let's go ahead and jump into bank 2. Now, a little bit of background on bank 2. Reading right out of the manual again. This next bank, in bank 2, can actually be meant to be stepped through with a sequencer to get kind of a wave sequence effect. And we'll try to do something like that here in a moment. So I'm going to jump over first to 0, and then I'm going to jump over to bank number 2. There we go. And I'm on wave 0 right there. Yep, and this should be a single cycle square wave, which is pretty darn close to what I have over my oscilloscope. And I probably could adjust it a little bit, but sonically it's pretty good sounding square wave. Alright, so let's jump over to waveform 1. This one shouldn't be too exciting. It's supposed to be a single cycle sine wave. And that does not look like a sine wave. So let's kind of adjust it a little bit, see if we can get that sine wave shape. Quite. I don't want to eat up too much time just trying to get a sine wave. So let's just go to the next one. This next one's a nasty random waveform. And I'm just kind of adjusting here a little bit. This one doesn't quite match up. Kind of getting more kind of a square shape with a pulse type sound right there. So maybe my settings are not ideal for that right now. Let's try into waveform 3, which is a 2 cycle, 20% pulse wave. So we should have more pulse sounds coming at you. And then waveform 4, modified sine wave with vertical offset. Not really looking much like a sine there. Looking more pulsy than it is anything else. Okay, let's just move along. Waveform 6 is going to be a 3 cycle ascending sawtooth wave. Should be able to dial that in. That looks pretty close. Pretty close to a saw, except for that little kind of jump right there at the top. Right there we're on number 6, 3 cycle ascending sawtooth wave. That's what we're kind of looking at right now. I'm a little bit zoomed in, so maybe that's why we're not seeing the third part of that sawtooth wave. Let's go ahead and go to waveform 7. There we go. This is a 2 cycle square wave with a little bit of noise and a tube-like overdrive. You can kind of see that's actually pretty close to what's in the manual right there. Okay, let's go to waveform 8. And this is just supposed to be another jarring waveform. Kind of in between the morphing for these waves, since these are actually intended to be used with a sequencer. Let's kind of jump through a few more. I don't want to go through each and every one. Let me go to waveform number 10, which is actually a 4 cycle 15% pulse wave. Yep, pretty close to what that is. Let's look at waveform 11. Seems like it could be interesting. This is supposed to be a single cycle ascending sawtooth with significant amount of third harmonic. It's kind of a little curvy shape I see in the manual, or at least close to it. Kind of ascending kind of curve. All right, let's look at number 12. This is a sample and hold styled random waveform. Let me make some adjustments to the settings and see if I can get you something close to that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so waveform 13 should be a 2-cycle sine wave. Not quite what we're looking at over there. Let's adjust it a little. There I have a saw. Close to a triangle. Just kind of adjusting. Let's see if I can get it in that happy little place. Let's move on to 14, which should be a single cycle 12 pulse wave. So it should be kind of a really narrow pulse wave. And then waveform 15, the last one, is actually supposed to be a single cycle triangle wave with slight bit of noise. So there's our triangle wave right there with a little bit of noise. Cool. All right, now let's do a little stepping. Now, I don't necessarily have a sequencer set up, or do I? Let me think. Yeah, I guess I could try it. Let's see, I just need one extra cable. So I'm just going to take the same notes that I have that are going from my sequencer off to the left over there into my oscillator 2. I'm going to take those same notes because I have them malted over here, kind of waiting in the wings, so to speak. I'm just going to patch out of that extra malt, and I'm just going to go into the wave in over here to get it to jump. Let's see, do I have that in correctly? Yes. So let's see if we can get some activity. So there we get a little bit of stepping. I'm just going to kind of adjust the amplitude of my incoming CV. Now my notes are what is determining which waveforms it's jumping to, and then of course the amplitude is just changing how much it affects that setting. I can get a slightly different effect if I unpatch from my sequencer. Now let's just take this triangle wave over here. I used this in the last demo. Bring that down a little bit. And get some cool effects going on our oscilloscope. You can kind of see it moving through the different waves. And if I move my LFO rate down a little bit, it should kind of move through those a little bit slower. Okay, so in a nutshell, that was bank number 1 and bank number 2. Hopefully you're finding these useful. I do invite you to leave comments on the website for this particular video. This is something new I'm trying just for the Megawave because it seemed kind of like a deep topic, I guess, with a lot of different waveforms and areas to explore, so that's why I chose to kind of do it this way. Let me unpatch this so you can hear me talk just a little bit. So in the next video, hopefully I'll go through bank 3, maybe bank 4 if we're lucky, and just keep on diving into the Richter Megawave. Again, please leave comments on the website, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.